Hello, this is the hospice social worker mom, and I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about being with clients, especially in the climate that we are in right now. If you are a hospice social worker, or you are a social worker, or a person that deals a lot with the geriatric population, any election year is a very, very difficult year for our population that we serve. As a result, a lot of times the tension and the anger that comes along with the election also filters in and is something that we have to deal with. So, one of the things that I always make sure that I do is I really don't talk specific politics or my personal politics. What I try to do is know enough about whatever candidates are, and when they speak to me about them, I try to avoid the conversation respectfully. I do not say I don't want to have this conversation with you. However, for example, if they say, I know you're going to vote for Trump, I say, I'm going to look at both candidates because they both have some really good qualities. If they say, for example, Biden is the right candidate for us all, I will say, I got to look at what he really stands for, and I'll take a look at both candidates and see. I try not to sway my personal views one way or the other. I have seen other staff do this, and even though they are comfortable with it, that's their journey. My journey is not. Because regardless of who wins or loses, I need to redirect the focus into being about end of life care. My focus is in about you being comfortable, and I remind them in a long roundabout way that regardless of who wins, what's important is your family and your personal values and the legacy that they are going to leave to their families. So for me, um, not engaging has allowed me to, I would say, open doors to a better place. For example, a few years ago, I had a family member that was very upset that the football players wanted to bend a knee. And so every time I came, he would start talking to me about this. And I said, I can see how that's disrespectful. That really is hurting you. And so we talked about how that situation and his time in the service affected what he perceived when he saw that. And we also were able to talk about how Colin Kirkpatrick decided to bend the knee. And he was shocked at how that whole situation came about. And therefore, he was able to say, I never kind of looked at it like that. So I did not put my opinion onto him. What I try to do is get verifiable facts and let that be it. Because it's not my goal to change any of my patients or family members' opinions. It is my goal to offer peace, to be able to engage in a conversation, and to be able to listen and show no judgment regarding their personal desires or candidates, and also regarding how I feel personally, because that situation can easily bleed over into something else. So, any election year, ever since I've been doing social work, any election year has always been very, very trying. And so, what I encourage everyone to do in any election year is brace yourself and prepare yourself for the conversation. I would not tell you to prepare yourself for a conversation that you agree with any specific candidate. What I will tell you is to prepare yourself to be able to have conversations about things that are happening. And if they want to talk to you about it, good, listen. You can also take the time and educate yourself about something that they've told you. Doesn't not mean you agree or disagree, just mean that it was important enough for them to share with you. So, most likely in the elderly population, that same conversation is going to keep coming back around, keep coming back around. So, when it does, or if it does come back around, you will be able to know what they're talking about in order to engage respectfully and mindfully, and to not talk to them against what they're saying or for what they're saying, but to be able to engage in the facts of the conversation. So, even though the current climate has patients and families being uncomfortable, you have an obligation. We all have an obligation to make them comfortable when we come in. And by doing so, it allows us to open the door to hear them when they are saying what they are uncomfortable about when it comes to end of life. Because it's important that they are able to trust us and that they know that they are heard by us. And so that takes some time to formulate your thought process regarding that, especially right now where there's a lot of different beliefs with our political system. However, we show up and we have to show up ready to educate and treat for the end of life. As difficult as it is, as hard as that is, regardless of what the family has going on, it's for us to calm them and reassure them that we hear them and to redirect them that these are things that are going to happen. We're going to be here for you, and to get them on the path to seeing, yes, the election is important. Yes, we can talk about that. However, we also have to face its end of life for your loved one, or your loved one is coming on hospice because of ABCD. And as a result of that, I'm here to help you understand ABCD and to see where I need to meet you. So I encourage everyone, every election year that deals with the geriatric population, to prepare yourself and be ready for a blank face and to be okay with those conversations. That's all I have for you today. I am, as always, thankful, grateful, and blessed. Thank you.